Hi everybody, welcome to the Soulful Soul. My name is Gladys and this is the monthly zodiac readings. For those who don't know, the way I read is I focus more on the lessons and the personal growth that you can get from the tarot rather than the outcome. I prefer to use the Celtic cross because it gives a general overview of issues, but even in doing so I focus more on the lessons and the advice than the outcome, because there are no predetermined outcomes, right? That we do have an impact, even if in the reading the Celtic cross has a future card and an outcome card. My focus is not on that, but on what you can do in the now. Okay, so if that works for you, then you're in the right place. This is the reading for Scorpio. Welcome back, Scorpio. I'm doing your reading outside today in the cold, in the wind, but it's really lovely still. So let's see what yours has to say. Ooh. 2 pages at the center there. Okay, let's see. Gosh, Scorpio, what's happening? And sorry, beneath the deck you have another page. Oh wow, so you are starting out on a new journey, Scorpio. That's what I feel. And it's quite maybe it's, or let me see, there's strong, powerful energy all around. Look at the major arcana. Nice, Scorpio, very nice. So, but you have 2 pages at the center, one in reverse, one in the upright. The Page of Swords in the reverse, maybe there was some ending here, Scorpio. Someone said something that created an ending, or some ending happened. Maybe you cut something out that you've had in the past, and now it's freeing you to have a new beginning, something that you can be passionate about. Perhaps the passion had gone, and now you're ready to slay dragons. Not to slay dragons, to move with your dragon, man, your komodo thingy. Start a new passion. It could be a relationship, but something that's filled with passion. But you've ended something. With the Wheel of Fortune, what you need to think about. Wow, this is also about new beginnings. You know, it's like the wheel is spinning, and I think your message, Scorpio, is what will you make of this new start, right? Something didn't work out in the past. What are the lessons that you will bring into this new beginning? You know, in the near past, you get the Chariot, which talks about wow, I'm seeing this, you know, you can see the horses are rushing that way. I think you moved swiftly out of something. You ended something. Could be you that ended, or someone else, but I feel like you did in something. In the unconscious is the energy of the Empress. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful earth energy. Tenderness. But the Empress is the creator, so maybe you're about to start some new journey. Well, you are, obviously, but you're going to do it with like a powerful creator type of energy, but very gentle, very feminine, very powerfully feminine, you know. Wow, very nice. And it will require of you that you take a leap of faith, and I think you are. I think you are in this mode of take me where you will. There's very much this energy of new beginnings for you, Scorpio. How lovely. Oh, I didn't look at this page. It might be a new field of study even, or something that will generate solidness for you. It's the beginning of a potential for something very financially lucrative. But you're just at the beginning of that. Maybe you've left a job to start another, or to go off on your own. So really powerful energy. And then you have my energy here, Scorpio, the Capricorn, the devil. And it's about using your power wisely. You have it in the upright, and it's about how you harness. You have the choice now about what kind of energy you harness, how you use your power. Very beautiful. And then in your what's around you, you get the Temperance card. Wow. So it could be a Sag. So if I look at the cards here, you have Cancer in the past, you have Taurus, and you have Capricorn, representing you, or maybe you are taking on that energy of this new beginning energy, this energy of very linked to this, starting something that can lead to something very solid. You are in material mode in a way, but you are also in creating something materially solid. You get Temperance around you. So this could be a partner. It could be something around you that's making you feel balanced. It could be you having worked very hard on this, finding this balance. But there's, and it could be speaking about you being patient in your process, The card for your advice is the Five of Coins. And the Five of Coins is asking you to be trusting about your sense of belonging. Trust that you belong and that you have a right to this, whatever it is that you're working on. Maybe you've not been sure about maybe you've in the past felt like the outsider, and this is reminding you that you are your own access, that you give yourself that sense of feeling like you belong. But we're going to get clarifiers, and then we go into it deeper, In the near future, in the outcome, you get choices. So maybe you are going to be called on to make a choice in the future. Maybe you'll find yourself at a bit of a crossroads. I mean, I see all this new beginning energy, and maybe that's what it's about, is that you will choose one thing. Maybe you have had a number of things, and now you'll focus, let's see, on your dream. Okay, Scorpio, let's see. Oops. Temperance wants to come out again. Let's see. Okay, that definitely wants to come out. Wow, Temperance is showing up again. Nice. Wow. So beneath the deck you get the Six of Wands, which is about, it's a victory card. It's a card of having success, but you have it in the reverse. So perhaps that's something that is on your mind. What does success look like for you, So you might be having, and maybe that's why you've walked away from something. Maybe you felt like it wasn't, or working towards your own success. And look at that, you get the Ten of Pentacles with this, that's exactly it. It's like you have cut something out because you have felt like it's not working towards your Ten of Coins. And honestly, the indications are that's what you're working towards now. So powerful. Scorpio, I think you often get really positive readings, hey? I think that it means you've done a lot of hard work on yourself. I mean, Scorpio, so I think that the beauty of Scorpio is very much like the devil. It's like a contradiction. It's that you take things, you internalize your pain, but maybe when you start working on that, you are able to confront and have deep insights and deep transformations. Your card is the card of death, the death card, you know. And so you are moving to something that's more balanced for you, beloveds. Something that marries your masculine and your feminine. When I think of Scorpio, I think of more masculine energy, you know. And maybe you are starting to balance the feminine in your future endeavors, being able to bring in a more gentle approach, still very powerful, you know, but there's some way you are moving forward, but you're moving forward with more balance, having learned from the past. You get the Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Swords. You know what I feel like? You know, the Six of Swords is often, it says science here, but maybe you can make meaning of that. I don't know what that means. But for me, what and look at that also looks very like elemental, you know, like it should be in a science book, philosophy, which is very much what this is about. It's the philosophy of life, you know, like you are moving to a new beginning. And I think that what you are being told is that in your new beginning, what do you take from the old? What do you learn from it that you can do better, that you can do, what can you take from the past? And you know, this is the card of moving from rocky water, you know, like turbulent water to stiller water. And I feel like what you're being told here is to allow, just allow, like you don't have to do any pushing. It's almost like right now you are in a fateful time. It's like Spirit is guiding, and it's because you've done the work. It doesn't, you know, it's not just a click of the fingers. You've been doing the work, and I think for now you are needing to allow. You don't have to row the boat to that stillness. Allow. There's a huge, lovely, beautiful new beginning happening for you, a transformation, a new cycle. I think that you, a Scorpio, have mastered a lesson in something here to do with whatever the situation that applies for you. Lovely. But there are still lessons. It's like you are leveling up, and I'm not sure if it was your reading that had that in the last reading, last zodiac, but there's a somewhere where you've learned strong lessons, but we continue. The cycle still continues, right? And then we learn the lessons at a deeper level. And I think that you've learned this lesson, and the warning or the guidance is to honor what you've learned, so you take that into the next phase of your life. Don't throw away the lessons and forget them, you know? And then in your near past, you moved away from something that you thought was not successful or was not leading to your success. I think it's simply that. With the Empress in your unconscious, I think there are some fears. There are some fears, Scorpio. So be conscious of them, you know. But I think that you've learned your lessons. You know, you get the 6 there, that you have the ability to. This is what I'm getting. So maybe you shortchanging yourself in the past. Maybe this is one of the lessons, like you were your own worst enemy, putting yourself down, and this is part of the lesson. What you've done is cut yourself off from those kind of energies where you felt that. But now you're going into more feminine mode, and it might make you feel more vulnerable. But you have the ability, because you have worked so much on your inner self, where you've seen how you play those games, you can also see it in the outer. Trust that you have that insight to be able to see it and see it when it happens around you. And you're a water sign. Water signs are intuitive, and I think that Scorpio is very intuitive, but Scorpio turns that whatever's going on outside in, and maybe that's part of the lesson that you are mastering, is that you've done so much of that. 5 of Swords, you are now moving towards the 7, and it's like Spirit is taking you. It's almost like you can bypass the 6 in this particular situation and move to the 7, and maybe it will bring with it its own challenges, but you are being reminded, and I think that's a constant theme for you, is that you've learned something from the past that you can apply in the present. And then with your this dreamer energy, this starting this new thing, this going on this journey, don't forget to keep taking time out, breathers, to look at whatever from a different perspective. And I think that different perspective, dear Scorpio, is about the lessons you've learned from the past. Remind yourself every now and then of the lessons from the past, and just let yourself be suspended. Okay, what was the lesson I learned related to this? And let me look at this now from a different perspective. Let me recall that lesson, and how can I apply it here? And you've got a bee here. I think bees are about hard work, but they're also about abundance. They create honey. Like honey is, wow, if you think about the symbolism of honey, that honey lasts for ages and ages and ages, right? And it doesn't ever go off. And bees are industrious. So you are moving into an industrious phase, and I think you're creating something long-lasting. And you have, with the ego, you have the Lovers. Wow, there's that balance again. So maybe you are also creating a stable relationship. For you, it might be a stable relationship you've learned from previous one, or the same one. You've made mistakes, and now maybe you've put yourself down in it, and you've got to restart. You cut something off, maybe a behavior, maybe that relationship, and now you're starting a new one. For each of you, it will be so different. For some, it's a new project. Some, it's a new love. But if it's not a new love, it's you going into, look at this. This is balancing your masculine and feminine. That's balancing your masculine and feminine. That's balancing your masculine and feminine. You're moving into a new phase where you're finding this balance, Scorpio. And it's really lovely. And I think that you are allowing your more feminine energy to dominate. And I think you've been in more masculine energy. And that's what's bringing about the balance. We go, yeah, I'm not going to say more. And then with the Temperance, you get the Princess of Wands in the reverse. Again, I feel it's because you've cut something out. You maybe it's a behavior, maybe it's a person, maybe it's a job. You've cut something out that wasn't serving you, and that's also part of that's what's led to your balance, to your. I don't think we are ever in complete balance, but we work towards that, and we find more of it in different places. Just like the journey of life, like this lesson. It's for now. You've learned this lesson. You level up. You might learn it again, but in a deeper way. And maybe because you've learned so much from this one, it doesn't affect you as much. It's a cycle of life. It's up now for you, Scorpio. And this feeling of being the outsider, I think that's what you're addressing. It's such I think with the Judgment card here, you are having a rebirth, and you are having a rebirth in how you value yourself. And because of that, I think you're bringing wealth into your life. You're bringing stability into your life in whatever form. I think it's very concrete. But your advice is, I feel it's again that remembering your lessons, maybe even write them down, remembering your lessons from this previous thing that was maybe quite painful. I mentioned the 5 of Swords, and now you have the 5 of Coins. It was how you turned things inward, how you were your own worst enemy, how you undervalued yourself, and that's what made you feel like an outsider. So note down the lessons from this phase of your life, Scorpio. Note them down so that you remember them, and maybe note the where there are negatives, note the opposite of that. Something like that. I think it's really lovely. And you have the Tower in reverse. So for some of you, I think you're making choices. You're making a choice, and maybe you're making a choice like, that is my chosen thing, and you're moving towards that with a confidence, and trust. It's almost like you're moving towards your purpose, and that's so lovely. And here again you have the Tower, and it's in the reverse, and I think it's about all the things that you've built, like knowing that you have done all of these things and they have served you in good stead, and now you are making one choice. It's like bringing all the, I thought you had the 10 of Wands there, all your lessons into this thing that you're moving forward on. And I think that's it, Scorpio. Let me get one more from here and see if there's one more thing. So I've got one for Libra. It's the Hija of Air, and the Hija is the Queen of Swords. So maybe you are letting go of this harsh energy from the past, the harsh energy from the past. I think that's your big thing, that you are letting go and you're starting something new. Okay, Scorpio, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this helps you. Please give me a like if it does, and if it reads your story, and share with others, and subscribe if you haven't. And at the end of this week I'll have your pick a card reading, but for now I wish you a wonderful week ahead and month ahead, and all the best with this endeavor. I send you lots of love, Scorpio. Bye.